Ho, 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 and good evening to Birds of Essex for December 2024. Are you feeling festive, Steve?
Oh, got my Christmas jumper on.
Excellent. And I've got my Santa hat and, of course, my Bar Humbug t-shirt.
Not wear that last year.
Probably, to be fair.
To be
And
fair, my Christmas jumper only comes out once a year for this show.
exactly, I've got one jumper. No, I've got two jumpers and three t-shirts, believe it or not. But they only come out once a year. The question is, did I wash it since last year? Let's do the snip. No, let's not do that. Right, okay.
Actually, mine came out the wardrobe, and Annette went, "You can't wear that. It smells all like musty and fusty." So it's all nice and clean.
Ooh, oh, lovely. Very nice. I must admit, Santa's beard is looking very white.
Very personal white.
Yeah, like that.
Other soap powders are available.
Well done. Good. Excellent. Although that might have earned us like 10p or something mentioning Purcell. I don't know. You never know.
You never know. Excellent. How you doing then? All right?
Yeah, not too bad. You?
Yeah, good. Thank you.
Good, good, good. Are you
Have
all
you got
raring to go for Crimbo?
almost, almost? Yeah.
Sounds good.
Have you got your Christmas drink?
I have, yes. I've got um, in my rather festive and fetching Robin E. Christmas mug. There's one with the Santa hat on there. There you go.
Oh, that's nice.
And in here, I'm not going to tip it to show you because it'll go all over my keyboard and everything will just go. I have got coffee
Okay, good.
mixed with Baileys.
Oh, nice.
Hmm.
Very good. Very
So if
good.
I make even less sense than normal tonight, then you'll know why.
Very good. I've got me medicinal rum with me, so
Excellent. Excellent.
we're good.
Is that
You
your
know,
first or your 10th or your 20th or?
that's my first. In
Oh,
fact, it's
well
my
done.
first of the month. This is
Oh, well, really? Oh, well done. Amazing.
of rum I'm talking about. I've had loads of alcohol.
Oh, okay. Well, that's fine. 'Cause I thought you were feeling a bit ill, mate. I was thinking, are you okay?
Exactly. Oh,
Right. We're probably talking to nobody, but have people saying hi yet or not?
let's have a
I've
look
got
and see. We've got. Oh yes, we've got lots of people. We've got Richard Chew tuning in tonight.
excellent.
Liz Huxley, Graham Mee, Andy and Tara Brown, Paul Everett, Dave Webb, um, Emma Robinson, Tony Critcher, Mo Jackson. So yeah, everyone, yeah, Richard Chew's got a beer in his hand as well. So
Excellent. Like that. Good.
good, we like that. So yeah, happy Christmas to all those who are watching. Good evening.
I noticed Dave Webb said that let's hope there's no singing this year.
Well,
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 you're going to have to wait to
on
see.
the no, no, there's no singing this year, I promise.
To be fair, we could never beat that.
There,
So
there wasn't really much singing last year, was there, really? I wouldn't call it
oh,
singing, to be fair.
no. Do you know what? We haven't seen any cats around here for a year because they all went last year.
Exactly.
Last
Yeah,
singing.
yeah. I was thinking of making it into one of those musical Christmas cards to give to my mum or something.
That would be
Oh
brilliant,
dear.
actually.
Anyway, right.
Anyway,
Shall we show people how to get in touch as we normally do? Hold on.
so yeah, please do that.
Can you see a screen?
I can. Yep, brilliant.
And I've put the new strapline for the Essex Birdwatching Society, which, if any of you out there are eagle-eyed, you'll have noticed over the last few months we've now changed it to the natural home of birding and bird recording in Essex since 1949.
Well done. Very nice.
I think what did it used to say? National home of bird recording and bird watching, I think it said, didn't it?
Something like that. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's
So
nice.
put the word
Well
birding
done.
in there because we're birders, aren't we? We bird.
We are. Yeah.
Right, go on then, Steve. Tell people how they can get in touch.
So if you want to ask us a question or log in tonight, you can. I'm just reading it off the screen, to be honest. But yes, so yeah, please, if you're on watching, you're obviously watching this on YouTube. You'll see a little bell underneath the screen. If you're not subscribed to our channel, please subscribe. We're aiming to get 800 followers by at least 2027, so that'll be
Right,
good.
by 8 o'clock.
That'll be very good. And if you like what you see, give us a thumbs up. There's a little thumbs up there. But if you subscribe to our YouTube channel, you'll get notifications of all our shows and upcoming evening talks that are online. So yeah, please do that if you haven't done so already.
Excellent. Right, I'll take that off the screen now. There you go. We're
And
back.
also, you can send us an email if you've got any email pictures or to ebwstalks@gmail.com.
Absolutely. ebwstalks@gmail.com. It's the normal email address that we use. Well, I'm sure we'll mention it a couple of times during the show. What I'm not sure of is whether I'll actually check it during the show, but I will try to. So, Steve, if you can kind of reach
I'll
out with
try and
your left
remember.
hand and see if you can whack me and if I forget. Okay, yeah,
Yep, cool.
that worked quite well. Well done.
Brian
Um,
Brian Cox is watching. Sarah Henson Webb says evening. So good evening. Yeah, lots of people
excellent.
watching tonight.
Right, what's coming up? We're going to look back at 2024 with Society Chair Gerry Johnson, who's going to be joining us shortly. We're also going to look forward to 2025 as well. Although, if you look at my crib sheet, have you noticed my deliberate mistake?
Uh,
Second line down, about
yes,
the sixth word of
yes.
the sheet. Yeah,
Looking forward to 2015. Yep.
2015. So we're going to look forward to 2015. I am 10 years out of date. There you go. We're going to tell you how you can enter the winter photo competition. Go
To
on.
be fair, mate, we'll be 10 years younger. That'll be amazing.
Although I won't have joined EBS yet, so I'll just disappear.
Oh, okay. I think I
Yeah.
was probably still at school in 2015.
So yeah, we're going to talk about the winter photo competition. We've got a special competition
Woo! Woo.
with, check this out, ready?
Is there a prize?
There is a prize. I actually, uh-oh, hang on, my camera's
Uh-oh,
gone
Matt's
and my
gone.
back. Come
The
on,
prize, there's something that's so special. Matt's had to hide his screen.
there you go.
And
I
there
think
he
I've got a
is.
dodgy connection on my camera. I need to be careful. So, the prize, I went and purchased this today, and here we go. Look at this.
Oh,
Oh,
it's
for
gone again.
goodness sake.
Away from the screen.
There we go. We have a prize. Ooh.
That's nice.
Look at that wrapping. I mean, that is like, that's kind of world class. Oh, hang on a minute. It would be if it was straight. There you go. That's world class wrapping, isn't it?
It's
Don't you
amazing.
think?
It's very nice paper as well, may I say.
If people can give me a mark out of 10 in the chat for my wrapping, and please be kind because it is Christmas. There you go. They're the right way up.
You know they're going to give you 10, don't you? You come
It's
on.
going to be 0, -10, all that kind of stuff. I'm waiting for Richard Chew, -100 probably, but there you go. So that someone can win this today, and it will be posted off to you tomorrow. So with a bit of luck and an excellent postman, you might even get it for Christmas Day, maybe. Fingers crossed.
And if anyone's interested this
Right.
evening, Matt's available to wrap your presents for you at a very reasonable cost.
Absolutely, yes. I will work that out and tell you in the second half how much it is. Right. Yeah, so that's basically what's coming up. Right. And also, we want you guys to let us know where you've been, what you've seen, what you've been up to recently, as always. And are you going to go birding on Christmas Day? Now, I hope Tina's not watching because on Christmas Day,
No.
she doesn't know this yet. We're going to London to see her family, but on the way, we're going to stop at Abberton Reservoir for about 45 minutes. But she doesn't know. So, okay.
Is it on the way to London?
Abberton Reservoir is on the way to everywhere.
Brilliant.
Yeah, so I'm gonna do a bit of birding on Christmas Day, which I think will be quite good fun.
Well, I hope Tina enjoys herself in London on her own.
Yeah, if you see a really really grumpy looking lady walking down the A12 towards London at about 3 o'clock in the afternoon on Christmas Day. Right. Yeah. So are you doing your birding on Christmas Day or over the Christmas period, Boxing Day, whenever it may be? And if you are, where are you going to do it? So yeah, let us know. Right. Should we do some competition-y stuff or is there
Well,
anything in the
first
chat?
things first, Matt, you've got your wrapping
Oh,
results are in.
go on, go on.
So Ian Howard's given you 11 out of 10.
Oh, excellent. He's
Tony
obviously
Critcher,
a Spinal Tap fan, I reckon.
Tony Critcher, 20 out of 10.
Blimey.
Richard Chew said, well done, Tina. 10 out of 10 for the wrapping. And Brian Cox has given you 10 out of 10. So there you go. You can
Fantastic.
get full
It
marks.
looks like there's probably a lot of people out there after my wrapping services, so I might have to very carefully consider my pricing in a short while. But there you go. Right. Should we do competition time?
Let's go for it. Go for it.
Okay. Shall I get it ready? Hang on. Here we go. So let me just make sure, because earlier on, just about literally 2 minutes before we went live, Steve said, "What's the competition?" And I looked at it and realised that I put all the answers up, so I would have literally just shown everyone the answer straight away. So hopefully I'm going to get this right. And we're going to do these in pairs. So there's 6 questions overall. Then there's a kind of a question at the end, which is very open. So that should hopefully decide who wins if anyone's got all the 6 right and if it's a tie. Um, this is the first question. Can you see that?
Yep.
First 2 are a little bit easier. So what is the UK's smallest bird of prey? So what is the UK's smallest bird of prey? Now, how do you enter the competition? And this is something that I forgot to do. So I was going to put the phone number on the screen, but I'm going to read it out very slowly. If you text your answers to 07377 547 951. So I'll read that out again. It's 07377 547 951. So hopefully people have got that. Um, yeah, first question, what is the UK's smallest bird of prey? The second question, now, what's happened is a few of my bird photographs have actually been snowed on,
Oh
which
no.
is a little bit annoying. So
Oh,
I want people to kind of remind me what the species is so I know where to put the photographs back into because I'm not sure where to put them. So that's the first one.
mm.
Hmm. Don't know what it is. What could it be? Haven't got a clue, but it's covered in snow. So the phone number again is 07377 547 951. Okay, right. That's enough of that.
You've got too much time on your hands, mate.
I know. Sorry. I've been off work today, so but I was still doing it at like 25 past 7.
Excellent. Brilliant.
Okay, we've got some apologies as well. So last month we were meant to show a video, weren't we? Do you remember I mentioned about it from Andy Brown?
So there was certain sparrows.
Yes, well, the video from Andy Brown, let's get this up first. So hold on. Just takes a few moments to do this because it's a different type of screen sharing. Video file, here we go, hopefully. Speak amongst yourselves, absolutely fine.
Katie Taylor's just logged in, so good
Yep.
evening, Katie.
Oh, hi, Katie, how you doing?
Hi, all Merry Christmas, which is nice.
Fabulous. Right, can we see a picture of a little egret?
Yep, you can.
Picture's going to magically turn into a video, hopefully. And this was sent in from Andy Brown. And basically, this was a little egret just exhibiting some slightly unusual behavior that he said he'd never seen before. So if you want to have a look at this.
Wow.
So, I mean, it's kind of not really doing an awful lot. But hang on a minute. I don't know how I can get out of this. Hold on.
Is it like
Okay.
filtering like little fish fry or something out of the water?
Well, that's what I'm wondering. And I think Andy was wondering whether it was feeding or drinking. So, has anyone ever seen a little egret doing this? I mean, personally, I reckon you're right. I reckon there's an undercurrent with some kind of feed, food source coming through, and it's just sat there and filtering out what's streaming past. But I've never seen one do that before.
Got a drink as well.
Mm. Normally, when they hunt, they kind of, you know, do that with the mud to try and disturb things, don't they? So,
Mm.
not
Mm.
sure. Has anyone ever seen that before, or does anyone know exactly what might be going on there? And I think my camera cut out again halfway through that. So if I keep disappearing, apologies. The other apology was we promised to talk about Randy Sparrows,
We
that
did.
that famous wrestler.
Oh, the old Randy Sparrow.
Randy Sparrows, mate. I know that's Australian, isn't it? Oh my God, what's going on? Right, so let's bring on the Randy Sparrows
Is
after a
it
whole
is it
month.
is
Here we
it
go.
past 9 o'clock?
Well, it probably is, even though it should be about 10 to 8 at the moment on my schedule. But
Oh, it's 10 to 8. Spot on.
here we go. So study finds, sorry, cheating boosts male sparrow's fitness. So cheating pays, or at least it does for male sparrows, according to new research. And basically, male sparrows that cheat on their social partner and have multiple partners, hence the Randy Sparrows thing, have a higher lifetime fitness, the ability to survive and reproduce. So there you go. There was a team that studied the sparrows of Lundy Island, and they basically managed to work out that the males that had offspring with kind of multiple females and so forth and had other partners seemed to have the highest fitness. So it's quite interesting, really.
I
There you
didn't
go.
know that.
Randy Sparrows. I think an
Oh,
American. Really, I should have brought up a picture of an American wrestler, shouldn't I?
there
That
is
would have.
probably there is probably a wrestler called Randy Sparrow.
I expect so, yeah. Oh, I think we just had the first entry to the competition come through. That's brilliant, thank you. And it is actually Andy Brown who had the video of the little egret. So thanks, Andy. Right.
Randy Sparrow is a Canadian triathlete.
Oh dear. Right. Shall we have a look at the winter photo competition? Do you wanna do this, Steve?
To be fair, I'm looking at Randy Sparrows on
Oh
Google
my
now.
God.
So I apologise if anyone looks at my Google search history because that looks really dodgy.
Yeah, be
Uh,
careful.
uh,
Right. Can you see that?
yeah, so our winter photography competition is now live.
Hmm.
So which is really exciting. We've just had our last show. We showed the winner of the autumn competition, but now so the winter show is now live. Um, all the information is on our website. There's a little sort of page on the website to show, which Matt's showing now. And it runs until, I'm just trying to see the screen, 9th of February.
Yes.
So you've got
So
virtually sort of 6 weeks or so to get that in.
yeah, I mean, basically, it tends to be like a 3 month chunk. So we try and run them roughly seasonally. So the last competition finished on the 10th of November. So basically, any pictures you've taken in Essex of wild birds from the 11th of November onwards and up until and including the 9th of February, you can enter. It's maximum of three per person. Um, and the most important thing, as you can see down the bottom here, which we highlighted in black, the bird's welfare is of utmost importance. So please keep your distance. Don't disturb your target. Use your lenses, zoom lenses or long lenses, or zoom your phone in on your scope if you're going to digiscope, that kind of thing. Don't try and get closer and closer and closer to the bird because you will flush it. And if you do that, it does an awful lot of damage. So
Yeah.
yes, but have a look at that. If you just go to our website, ebws.org.uk, and on the front page, just here, the picture of the Great Northern Dive with his head thrown back. Click on that, and it goes to the page that I was just on.
Yeah,
Okay,
lovely.
good. So we look forward to seeing loads and loads of wonderful
Hmm.
entries.
It was good. Last season was good. Loads of entries. So that
Mm,
was some real quality images in that.
exactly.
So yeah, look forward to seeing the next one.
Definitely. The more photos you send in, the longer it takes me to prep the video, and the more tired I'll look on the show. So if you can, make me look like this, it means you sent in loads of photos, which would be great, please.
Oh, brilliant. Yeah.
Okay, what's next?
Sorry, I'm just looking at the. Sorry, I'm just looking at the comments. So
We've got
um,
Ebbs Bay next. Ebbs Bay?
Ibs Bay sing for our last few shows, but it's back.
Yes.
So
And
what do we have on offer for this show, Matt?
so on this show, on Ebbs Bay, we need some cheesy music, don't we? And
Yeah.
and here we have. Right. So one of our members, Brian James, is selling his scope, and it's a Koa or Kawa, Kawa,
Tower.
Kawa. Okay, it's a Kawa. TSN 821 scope, which I think is an 82 mil objective.
Yeah,
It's a 20 times 20 to 60 times eyepiece. It's got a stay on cover, a back carrier, so you can carry it around easily. He's selling the hide clamp with it and also his tripod. So TSN 821 scope, 20 to 60 times eyepiece, stay on cover, a backpack carrier, and a hide clamp and a tripod. If you're interested in that, if you send in your details, I think he's kind of open to negotiation on price. So send us your details to ebwstalks@gmail.com, and we'll, with your permission, we'll get you in touch with Brian, and you can have a conversation with him. All right. So let us know if you want that. Okay.
excellent. Have you got any emails, Matt?
Yes, there's one email. So do you want to do the comments if there are
I'll
any?
do the comments. So we've got a few people watching tonight. We've got Michael Goodchild, who says, "Hi everyone, evening from Kelvedon." Paul Daughtry's watching as well. And then a couple of comments about the house sparrows. So Glenn Moore's commented and said, "Wouldn't it just be the case that the fittest sparrows get to breed with the most partners?" Which
Maybe.
absolutely. And then Richard Chu says that a lot of species are I can't even how you pronounce that. I'm not very good at poly.
Polyamorous, is it?
Yeah, that's what he means. Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. So you wonder if the fitness thing extends to other birds too, which I'm sure it does.
Yeah, I would imagine so.
Yeah, I don't think it's a Oh, and then Tony Pritchard's put Passa domestic bliss. Oh, terrible, terrible.
I just thought it was an interesting story, and I just wanted to have the
That was
opportunity
good.
to say Randy Sparrow's live on YouTube once more. So yeah, I quite like
And
that.
also, yeah, Tony's also said that he hasn't seen that behaviour from the egret before. So
Yeah, no,
yeah, and as Tony says, Dunnock, yeah, Dunnock's the obvious species that you know the Randy Sparrows.
yeah, I'm not sure Randy Dunnock would be a wrestler though. Randy Sparrows, I can think, yeah.
Yeah, I'm not googling Randy Dunnock. All right,
Don't do
so
that. No, don't do that.
I've done that for
You
the
might
night.
you might get shut down, and it'll be me on my own.
Exactly. Yeah. No. 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 Don't do that.
Okay, so should we do the next couple of competition questions?
Yep.
Yep. Okay. So,
So how many have we had? Two.
pardon?
We've had two, haven't we, so far?
Yes, I think so.
Okay.
Hopefully. Right. So that was the second one, wasn't it? So
Yep.
the third one. Go on, Steve. You do this one. I'm gonna have some coffee.
So thank you. So tawny owls have better hearing than people by how much? Approximately. Is it 10 times? 6.2 times? 2.2 times? Or 3.8 times? Ooh,
Hmm.
this is a good one. You know what? I haven't got a clue of any of these questions tonight.
What would a tawny howl sound like? Oh, I'm
Tawny
interested.
owl. It's very posh. Up in my part of culture, we have tawny howls, you know.
Oh my goodness. Right. Okay. And then
Actually, I've
go on.
only had a mouthful of this, and it's
I know I've had 1.5 Bailey's coffees and that's it. I'm gone. So the next snowy picture. So yes, another bird that seems to have been covered by a rectangle of snow, unfortunately.
wow.
Um, but yeah, hopefully that one's not. Well, it might be. It could be tricky. Don't know.
Yeah. Well.
There you go. So you've got the tawny howls and you've got the snow-covered birdie. Okay, right. So that's questions 3 and 4. I'll recap them all again. There's 6 plus the tiebreaker thing. So we'll do all 7 again before the break. And once again, the phone number is 07377 547 951. So 07377 547 951. And you could be winning.
Ooh.
Right. Okay.
Oh, I know what it is. It's a VHS cassette wrapped up.
Okay. So we had some events recently, didn't
Yeah,
we?
what we've been up to the last month. Yeah, the
Mm.
society's been quite busy. We've had a couple of nice events, haven't we?
Mm.
Was at
Yes.
the end of November, wasn't it? End of November.
Yeah. So we went to Viking, didn't we?
We did. Yeah.
Oh,
So yeah, there was a nice joint event with Viking Optical
yep.
and Zeiss Optics.
Absolutely. And that was up at the old Hall Cafe near Southwold.
Mm.
But on the way, a few of us kind of met up a bit early, didn't we?
We did, yeah. We met up at I was going to say McDonald's, but no, at Minsmere.
Um, and while we were at Minsme, we managed to see these two little lovelies,
Yeah, they were nice.
couple of Buick Swans.
Hooper's ones.
Um, and we got some nice views of Stone Chat as well, didn't we, on the beach?
Yep.
But the optics event, I've only really got one picture from there, which was just Toby Carter from Zeiss, who's the chap in the middle here. He was very knowledgeable, very good, knew all about the products, as you would expect. And he took us through a really good explanation of the various products that they brought with them, including quite a detailed explanation of the thermal imaging camera and how it
Mm.
works. Um, so yeah, really, really good to see that. And I've disappeared again. Hang on a minute. This is going to keep happening, isn't it? So sorry. Um, so we then went for a walk, didn't we? We basically all the stuff you can just see on the table there in the background. There were binoculars and there were 3 different thermal imaging cameras, and we were able to kind of grab some bits.
Mm.
We went for a nice walk around the marshland there, didn't we?
It was fantastic. Yeah. So I mean, Toby was very open with letting us try all the thermal imaging equipment, and the various ranges of Zeiss binoculars, and we obviously could chop and change between the different models, so we could try out. And as the light dropped, we had a lovely, as Matt said, we had a lovely circular walk round. We saw some great birds, and then as the light dropped, you could really test the optics in poor light. And we had amazing starling murmuration.
Mm.
There was like 250,000 starlings zimming
It was,
around everywhere, which was really good. But yeah, we got to see some owls through the scope, both barn owl and tawny owl. It was
yep.
a really good event, and we had a cup of tea at the end. And I know several people that came on that day have purchased since then, so which is really good.
Yes, I bumped into a chap the other day actually who said he'd made a purchase. So, um, what I think with those thermals is, for me personally, um, I would absolutely love one. Not gonna lie. I just think they're really, really. I mean, you've got one, haven't you? Because obviously the job you do, I think, it's an important piece of your equipment. Um, but I'd like one. I was thinking today as I was driving back home and it was starting to get dark already, and I thought, how cool would it be just to get a flask of coffee,
Yeah,
um, and to go and sit at Ardley Reservoir or on the Star or anywhere really in
yeah,
the dark. And
yeah.
you can hear birds, can't you? But you can't see them. And just to be able to see what they're doing, how they're behaving, are they roosting in
Absolutely.
the middle of the water? Are they feeding still? And there's various sites you could go to maybe look for owls as well. Because
Yep,
at the end of the event, we went back into the cafe and had something to eat, didn't we?
yep.
And then we kind of came out again and had another play with the thermals just from the sort of grassland behind the cafe. And we heard a tawny owl,
Mm.
remember?
Yeah,
And
I
then
did absolutely.
you and Toby were looking through the thermals, weren't you? And yeah, well, you both picked it up
It
at the
just
same time, didn't
Yeah,
you?
it just flew right across in front of us. Yeah, and you just say you wouldn't have seen that with the naked eye, even though there was a bit of sort of ambient light from the buildings. But yeah, you just couldn't, and it just opens up a whole new perspective. I mean, you only got to look at the number of jacksnipe that people are finding with thermal cameras nowadays, and long-eared owls, and or common snipe, you know, all that sort of stuff. Bitterns, water rails. I mean, it's a fantastic tool all round.
It really is. Yeah, it's very, very good. Um, when I put the next lot of pictures up in a minute, I might play around with my camera quickly, unplug it and plug it back in again because it might
Yeah,
reset it.
cool. Yeah.
So we had a field trip. Now, unfortunately, you kind of were there in a sense, weren't you?
Well, I was watching over you, so to speak,
Yes. Yes. So
literally
we
from a Boeing 777. Yeah, exactly.
so as Steve was flying back from the other side of the world, literally, about 45 or so of us were at Abberton Reservoir and finding some decent birds there. And you did fly over the top of the reservoir, didn't you?
We did. We came into Heathrow on Sunday afternoon, and you could see Abberton as clear as bell. I waved, but I think you were probably all watching
I was watching something. So
Randy
sorry,
Sparrows or something. Something rather.
Randy Sparrow. But yeah, we had some good birds actually. Let me just share some pictures. So that's the first one. And that's one that Gerry kindly took. I'm just going to unplug my camera quickly. So Gerry took this picture, and that's just some of the group. So rather uselessly, I completely forgot to take any group pictures at all, um, and therefore we didn't get a picture of the whole group when we first started out. But there was about 45 of us, I think, um, and then we got some nice birds. There were flocks of Athia. So you've got tufted duck, and you've got potchard in here, I think. And there's a great crested grebe down the bottom, isn't there? I think,
Yeah,
and one halfway up, and one at the back.
oh, there's a few great crested grebes in there, but I can't see anything
Yeah,
else of note.
yeah. But it's just nice to see them. Like, they were reasonably close. I might have a real problem with my camera here. Oh, there we go. I'm back. So yeah, it was nice to see those. And then we had some nice views of the red-breasted. Oh, goodness gracious me, of the goose sander,
Yeah,
or the common
nice.
merganser, as they're now called. And there's a few of them there at the moment. And then we had this little chappie who was
Uh,
kind of just walking along the edge of the water. Lovely rock pipit. What I noticed though, because it wasn't raining, but this bird was covered in water, so I'm assuming it's been probably,
had a
dabbling,
bath or something.
had a bath, maybe
Yeah.
having a drink or something, and just got a load of water on himself. So that's quite cute. And then I think final picture, that was we. So in the afternoon, some of the group had kind of gone to do other things before Christmas, obviously. So there was about 15 or so of us left, and we decided to walk across to Hyde Bay Hyde, and we had a
Right.
look out from there, which was nice. And there was this coot raft, and I mean, I wouldn't even like to guess how many coot are there. There's several hundred,
There's a lot.
probably maybe even 1,000 or so. I don't know. There's a lot of coot there. And I just thought it made a nice picture with the church in the background, and the light was amazing.
Yeah.
It really was. There was some rough there as well. So yeah, it was a really nice event. And then to finish with, we went round to the other causeway, the Lair Brecon Causeway, and we got this incredible starling murmuration.
Oh, lovely.
That's just part of it. You're going to see a video later on as well, which features it too. All right.
Oh, fantastic. Oh, it sounds like a good day. I'm really sorry to miss it, really.
Yeah, well, I mean, you could have bought a parachute. To be fair, I was a little bit disappointed.
Yeah. I don't do parachutes, mate.
I'll tell you something. If I'd have heard this little tally ho and this little dot came out, that would have been so funny. You coming down with your tripod, your camera, your binoculars, you'd still be spotting stuff from the sky, wouldn't you?
Oh my word, that's like
Jack snipe!
I'd
Oh
probably
dear.
flush. I'd probably flush everything on the whole reservoir.
Yeah, maybe. Right.
But
We're gonna
Abbotsford,
do
I mean, Abbotsford in winter is just a quality site, isn't it? It's
fab.
brilliant.
Yeah, it's fab. As Tina will find out on Christmas morning. Shall we do the next
Well, I'm
two?
not even route.
Sorry.
I said I'm not even going down that route with Abbotsford on Christmas Day.
Should we do the next two competition picks?
A few people have been burning over Christmas Day. Ian Swanson's been burning on Christmas Day when he had COVID.
Okay.
So he went self-isolating at Abberton. And then Graham Mee stayed at the Crown at Westleton for 2 nights over Christmas as well.
Oh, lovely.
Which is nice. Oh, actually, quite just quickly, Matt, there's Ian Howarth said, isn't Tawny Howells another female wrestler?
Oh, it could be. I like
Tawny
that.
Howells. You know what? I quite like that, Tawny Howells.
Gordie Howes and Randy Sparrows.
And Sandra Bell's just logged in as well. So good evening, Sandra.
Hi, Sandra. How you doing?
Glad you got home safe from Norfolk today.
So we're going to have the question number 5 and question number 6 of
Ooh,
the competition.
excellent.
Here we go.
I think I've only
This
got one
one,
right so far.
well, this one's a little bit trickier, so I'm going to leave it on the screen for a bit longer because people might want to take a picture or write it down on a piece of paper if you've got one. And if you have got a piece of paper, I'll read the number out again in a second as well. So this is anagrams. Okay, so the first one is a gull,
No, I can't do these.
and the anagram is strap a bone. The second one is a sandpiper, and the anagram that you've got to decipher is late crop. And the final one is a warbler, and the anagram you've got to decipher is call one date. And these are all birds that can be found in the UK. There's no sort of trick, obscure foreign birds in there or anything.
You know, it's a
Um,
big job I'm not taking part because I don't think I'm going to get anywhere tonight.
and the phone number once again is 07377 547 951. So 07377 547 951. So leave that on the screen for 3 more seconds. 3, 2, 1. And then the final bird that's been snowed on. That's a mountain, isn't it? Snowed on?
Oh, God.
Sorry.
One of those evenings tonight.
So yeah, this poor little bird has been snowed on, and you can only see a little bit of the bird. So can you work out what that species is?
I think I might have got a second one right tonight.
Right, there we go. So 07377 547 951. Right. And I think, unless there's anything in the comments, while you're
No,
doing that, I'm gonna bring a special guest in. Here we go.
excellent. Brilliant.
Right. Anything in the chat?
No, Sandra said, hi, Matt.
Oh, okay. Hi. This could go on all evening, couldn't it? She'll say hi again, and I'll say hi. And
Excellent.
hi,
Good
Gerry.
evening, Sherry. Oh,
Good
you're on
evening.
mute.
Oh, you're on mute.
There you go.
Hey.
Hey, how you doing?
I'm doing good. You got
Yep.
something recording because the other side's going with your competition.
Phone number once again is so I think you've got YouTube playing still. If you can close that in the background, because
Yeah,
we'll get a bit of reverb otherwise.
just cut it off.
Cool.
Yeah.
Because the YouTube stream runs about 10 seconds behind us.
Right.
Right at the
Okay.
beginning of every show, when we're live, you see me going
Yeah, we go.
at the camera before I say anything. Yeah.
After
How are you doing?
I'm good. I'm good. Yeah.
Excellent. Looking festive.
Good evening. Good evening, lads. Good evening.
a bit
Good.
left with that Christmas hat now.
Oh, you have to
I'll
see
tell
what
you
you can
what, in
find
that
on
in, in
YouTube.
that light, Steve, it looks like you've dyed your hair.
Do you know what? My hair's gone. It's either grey or blonde. It's
You're
the
blonde, I
sunshine.
would think.
Yeah, sunshine's made it go really.
Yeah, lighter.
That'll be the sunshine. Yeah.
Yeah,
Mm.
yeah.
The name's Blonde. Steve Blonde.
He's another wrestler.
Uh,
Oh dear. So it's been a good year, hasn't it?
it has, yeah, and it's been, yeah, just rolls on one year to the next, and it's
Mm.
really thanks to the people that participate. There's no two ways about it. If we didn't have the input from everybody, it just wouldn't happen, and we'd have a sad sad show to say the least on the Essex side of doing anything.
Mm. Yeah. And but
I can't believe where the time's gone this year. I mean,
Yeah.
literally, I know we joke around, but the last Christmas show when we did the singing, that seems like a few months ago.
mm, yeah, I mean the year has absolutely flown by. It really has flown by.
When you get older, guys, I'm afraid. I've been
Well,
retired 10 years now.
Wow.
it's mad, isn't it?
That's just, gone.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
absolutely crazy. Absolutely crazy. So we're going to talk about kind of our highlights of the year just gone by, and then we're going to look forward to next year, and then I'm sure Jerry will have some glad tidings to tell everyone, maybe.
absolutely. Just say to everyone, thank you very much, and
Yeah.
you have all done very well.
And we have actually got something a little bit more serious to talk about a bit later as well, quickly. So yes, right. Before we chat about the year, what I've done is I've just cobbled together some pictures which I'm going to very quickly run through, and it might kind of remind us about some stuff maybe. So hopefully, hold on, here we go. The first picture might be coming up. So beginning of the year, see if you can guess what the first picture might be. The first significant bird of the year.
Well, I can only think of one.
Cambridge.
Yeah. I can only think of one bird for the whole of the year, to be honest, Matt. There you go. And that
There
would
you
be
go.
Yeah.
We might as well get it over and done with, might we? So that was the northern water thrush that Simon Wood amazingly had his gun, which I still can't believe that story. Can you?
Sitting there
no,
eating his lunch, buttering up his sarnie, and then there's a water thrush outside.
we were
Absolutely
talking
astonishing.
about this on Wednesday night, and we
Yeah,
said he still cannot believe they were just sitting there looking out the window, and there was a northern water thrush.
as you do. Yeah.
It is literally astonishing, absolutely astonishing. So next pick, hopefully these are coming out okay for people.
Yeah.
I'm going to rattle through these, as I said, and then we can have a
Yeah.
chat afterwards about what our personal
Right.
highlights have been. So this is just three of the lesser scope. I think there were five originally up at Abberton at the beginning of the year. Nice views of snow bunting on East
Mhm.
Mersey Beach, which was lovely. Um, Remember this short-eared owl we had in or near Colchester?
Ah, yeah, I do remember that.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I mean, that was
Mark.
incredible.
Wow.
Beautiful bird. I think there was actually two there. Um,
Good.
and we had a couple of smew, didn't we, at Abberton Reservoir, which was nice. Um,
Yeah, Prince.
I just pop this one in because this is just stuff that I went through my pictures for the year and just grabbed whatever. And I just quite like that picture. Just nice,
Yeah, nice.
the colours. Yeah.
Yeah, I like that.
Blacktail gull, obviously. Remember this, Steve?
Oh, well, I was there today, Matt. I was there
Oh,
today. No otters today, though.
oh, this was you, John, and I. We covered this in a previous show, I think, didn't we? We had some incredible views of these two otters. We think they were young otters, don't we?
Yeah. Oh, I
Um,
forgot about that.
Where was
yeah,
that?
they were amazing. That was the Santon Downham.
Denton. I can see the top now. Yeah,
Yeah, back in April, and that was absolutely incredible.
they're often there.
On and off, yeah. I mean, it's a good place for them, but you just got to be lucky, really. And we were super lucky, and I think it helped that we were the only people there that morning. There wasn't like hordes of people going up and down.
No,
So
they like it quiet, don't they?
One of them actually came up out of the water at one point and literally sniffed the air
Mm.
where John was. It
Yeah.
was so close to him, he couldn't focus on it with his camera. It was too close. Incredible. This was up at Westleton Heath, and just I've always wanted to get a picture of a Dartford warbler on top of a gorse bush, and I
Yeah,
finally did this year, which was nice.
Yeah,
nice.
that's nice. Love the colours.
The
Oh,
yellowest yellow wagtail. I know. Turn down your brightness.
oh my word! And to put sunglasses on.
It was literally. I've not done anything with the color at all in that picture. That's how yellow it was. It was amazing that bird at
Canary,
Ardley Reservoir. Yeah.
canary, isn't it?
And I remember that I'd gone to this was round at Old Hall Marshes, and I think the ring ouzel had been reported there. And I went there to try and see that and didn't. But I did see these two jackdaws
Yes.
sucking fur out of a cow, which I've never seen before.
That's cool.
So it's just those little things you remember, don't you? You
Yeah,
know? Just a lovely picture of Coot's Eye at Ardley, which I quite liked.
nice.
Um, this was the citrine wagtail at Holland Haven. Not the greatest picture in the world, but
No, okay.
that's definitely a record shot. It
Yep,
could be a golden oriole actually from that picture, couldn't it?
could be anything. To be honest, it could.
That's not.
John Ward and I had a great trip to the Brecks and got some lovely views of tree pipit, which I don't think he'd seen before. So that was a really nice day out. Remember the Aurora Borealis, the Northern Lights we had
Yeah.
in the middle of the year?
I was in Greece, mate.
Oh, they were amazing. That's Ardley Reservoir at about 2 o'clock in the morning. It was superb.
They were
So,
all over the county. Yeah.
yeah, Martin at Rab Nest, just beautiful light, and the birds there. There were lots of birds there this year, San Martin's. Really, really nice on the cliff
That's
face.
nice.
And do you remember this, the little fluffy white
Yeah,
throat?
white throat.
Yeah, just fluffy. It is funny. Mute Swan family at Ardley Reservoir. That's probably my favourite picture taken this year, I think. And then a nice fox. It's always nice to see mammals while you're out and about, isn't it?
Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely. Yeah,
Remember this guy?
I do remember that. I bet that was on our field trip, wasn't it, in June?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Norfolk,
yeah,
Yeah.
up to Hickling. Yeah,
Hickley, it's Stubbs Mill. Yeah.
amazing, amazing little yellowhammer.
I like the green background with that too. It's
Yeah, it's
beautiful.
lovely, isn't it? It's really
Yeah.
nice. And then do you remember this, Steve? Again, you,
Do
John, and I went to Bempton for the day, didn't we?
we had a
Nice.
day at Bempton, and yeah, that is fantastic. I mean, Bempton, you can't go wrong with Bempton.
No, you can't. You get some amazing views of some of these seabirds that you just
Oh,
won't
look at that.
see anywhere, not quite like this, not in the UK anyway, not really. That's probably my favourite picture from the whole trip, weirdly. I like pictures of single small birds in a big environment. So
Yeah,
yeah.
that's nice. I like that.
And then I went to Hockley Woods. Did you go there this year for the Marsh
I did.
Retillaries?
Yeah, I went just
Sorry,
after
Heath
you, I think.
Retillaries, sorry. Sorry? You went when?
Just after you, I think.
Okay.
There were
Um,
hundreds, weren't there? Hundreds of Heath Fritillaries.
Heath Retillaries, yeah, beautiful, absolutely beautiful. Their underwing is so pretty. Um, that can't say where that is, but that's one of my favourite
Right,
pictures
so
of
on
the
the screen,
year.
mate.
Yeah, it's hilarious. Little owl just staring at us. The turtle dove surveys. We took part in turtle dove surveys, didn't we, this year?
Did. Yeah, back in the
Mm.
summer. Yeah.
That was really good. And farmland surveys as well. And we had a mallard survey. Hannah Coburn from the University of Essex, and lots of people took part in that, which was fantastic. And then, do you remember this chap at Blue House Farm? Did you go and see this?
I never saw that. No, I was away.
Ah,
I was
oh,
away.
you were away.
Yeah.
Lovely young Temming stint was there. Great crested grebes, bred quite late this year. I thought they were late breeding this year. I don't know about anyone
Yeah, I
else.
think they were. Yeah, I think it was a cold spring, wasn't it?
Mm.
Well,
And obviously, this chap's back at Aberton, the canvas back.
you can see the slope when you see it there, can't
Yeah,
you?
yeah, yeah.
And
And purple hair. I had my first ever purple heron this year, which was nice. The Rhyneck at the Naze. Did you see that, Steve?
Well, for about half a second.
Yeah. I'd never have seen this if it wasn't for Brian Combs. So thanks again to Brian for pointing out where it was because it was just sat in a bush, and I'd never have spotted that because it was just dead still. And then this, your kind of virtual tick, wasn't it?
You know what? Yeah, I was in, no, actually, I was in Denmark. I think I was at Copenhagen Airport, and I was video messaging with Matt,
Mm.
and he said, "Do you want to see a rare moth?" And I said, "Oh yes, please." So he like took me outside from his. What was it? Your work, wasn't it?
It was at work on one of the posts at the front of the shop. Unbelievable.
So I saw it via WhatsApp.
Yes,
Brilliant.
Clifton Nonpareil, that one. Yeah, really nice.
So lovely.
I only
Oh,
saw one flycatcher this year, which was that one at Langard. I don't know about you guys. Did you see many flycatchers this year?
No, not
saw
a
a couple
big
of
one.
I saw a couple of pies at the Nays and spotted at the Nays, but that's it this year.
And then obviously we had the trip to Clyde. It's always lovely to see pink-footed geese, isn't it, for the first time
Yeah,
of the sort of late autumn.
it's lovely.
Remember this?
I do. I
Mm,
do. We were at Frenton, weren't we?
yes,
Oh,
yeah,
doing the pop-up.
yeah. We were going to do a barge trip, and we popped into Frinton on the way just to see what was at Frinton, because we were sailing from Harwich, and that was our barge. It was sailing past Frinton as we got there, so
Yeah,
that's quite fun. And then the hooded crow I found in Holland Haven. Do you remember the male hen harrier at
I
Wallasey?
do.
We'll see.
Quality trip. Yeah, that was
County
good.
Birdwatch. Yeah. And then thanks, obviously, I mean, this is just some of the hundreds of people that came to various events through the Big County Birdwatch. So thanks so much again for everyone that attended.
Wow.
And this was also Big County Birdwatch. Remember this little chappie?
Oh,
Mm.
I do. Yeah, it was feeding on algae, wasn't he? Like poor little young brink goose that was like a little bit lost, and
Mm. Poor little thing.
hopefully he found his way somewhere.
Fingers crossed. Remember that?
I do remember that. Yeah, that was a good one.
That
It's
mad juvenile gannet on Holcombe Beach.
bringing
Just
back some lovely memories. This is.
my goodness, it was incredible that bird, absolutely incredible. And also up at Holcombe, you picked up this line of eiders, didn't you? And there's all kind of different plumages and sexes in there, so it's just a fantastic little line of eider.
I'm more impressed that you got a photograph, to be honest, Matt.
So, and we had these, didn't we, there as well?
Yeah, a
Sure.
nice little group of
All
shorelarks running
arcs.
around.
And that was the Nordic jackdaw at Frinton. I was just lying on my belly trying to take some shallow depth of field bird pictures, and that just popped into view, which is quite nice. We've had lots of ringing events this year. This was the most recent one, Wilderness Foundation. And then Essex Tick Shorelark on Mersey Island. I think that's still there at the moment. I
Yeah,
think.
it's up to two, I think, hasn't there? I think.
Mm. And then Tina and I went to Blakeney Point and saw some seals, which was quite fun.
Good.
And then, of course, bringing it right up to date, Abberton Reservoir, the starling murmuration, which was so
That was
memorable, wasn't
fabulous.
it?
That was
Amazing.
that was fantastic. You know,
Mm,
just a final thing to see when we were there on the Breton Causeway.
definitely. But my favourite picture that I've taken this year is this one. Oh,
Oh,
it's so cool. The little hedgehog in his house. That was on, I think that was right in the middle of the year, to be fair. And he was just sitting there. We went out to feed the birds, and he was sat there just looking at me. So cute.
It's good to
So
see.
hopefully that might stir some memories. Do you guys want to talk about your highlights of the year?
Go, Steve.
well, I was going to say, well, undoubtedly the rarity of the year, and I think it can't be beaten. It was the water thrush. I mean, there's been some good birds in the county, but water thrush, that won't happen again, I don't think. So yeah, that was a real good one. And yeah, I've forgotten about the lesser scorp. But yeah, I mean, obviously, like going back to field trips and stuff. I mean, we've seen some really nice birds on the field trips, and obviously we've spent this, and everyone that comes along on these events are really nice people. You know, that's been a very memorable as well for me. But yeah, water thrush is my bird of the year, I think.
Yeah, I think it's going to be very hard to beat. I mean, there's still a
But it
few
was
days
good to
left.
be able to go and see that, and then just drive a little way up to Colchester, and there was the waxwings
Of course.
up in the industrial site there.
Mm.
And,
Mm.
they
They
were
were
long
they,
staying, weren't they?
they were there this time last year, weren't they? They
Yeah,
stayed for a month or two.
I'm going to say nearly the end of January.
Absolutely. I'd say what my moment of the year was, Matt. The Brent goose, the Brent geese. We were with Frinton,
Yes,
so we were watching a Brent goose flying north. It was flying north, wasn't it?
it was. Yes.
Then there was a group of, or was it a Suffolk with Mark?
No, that was at Frinton, I
It
think.
was Frinton. I can't remember.
Oh no,
Um,
no, no, hang on. No, that was in Felixstowe with Mark. I'm sure it
with
was.
Mark, wasn't it? Yeah.
Yes, it
So there was
was.
a Brent goose flying north, and then a group of Brents flying south, and this one that go north obviously clocked these ones going south, and then it like did a back round and was like chasing them to try and catch up.
It was amazing. It
Brilliant.
really, because there was a lot of distance between them. It wasn't like they passed like this. You know, the single Brent was quite close, and the group was a fair distance out.
Mm, mm.
And you really saw it did this massive wide arc, and then its wing beats, instead of being like that, they were kind of going, weren't they? It was amazing.
Was
And all
good.
three of us were watching it. We're going, go on. And then it just joined the back of the group and slowed down again, which was hilarious.
Brilliant.
I
So yeah,
think that's
that was
great because
Sorry?
they don't work with children and animals, but I think we get the benefit of seeing superb sights like that
Mm.
yeah.
that many people won't appreciate, but I think we really do. And it happens time and time again. As you say, you had the Brent geese there, we had the starlings only a couple of days ago up at Abberton, and followed by the jackdaws as well, with some rooks thrown in when the
Yeah.
starlings had done their performance. And yeah, I think it's fabulous that we are able to appreciate and go and see these things.
Mm,
And you know what? The interesting thing there, you just mentioned Brent geese, starlings, and jackdaws. Now, those aren't rare birds. Those aren't birds that people are going to drive hundreds of miles to twitch.
no,
So it's not all about chasing around and finding a rare thing and going, okay, yep, I've got that. Click, I've got a picture. On to the next one. Sometimes if you stop and look at the stuff that's right next to you, stuff in your garden, stuff down the park, you'll see behaviour
yeah,
that you might miss otherwise. So there's all
right,
sorts of facets to birding, you
yeah,
know, and you don't have to be having a massive year list to enjoy birding. You could see 50, 60, 70 species in a year,
yeah.
and just stay very, very local, and you could still see some amazing stuff going on. You could just see 20 species in your garden and still see some amazing behavior, couldn't you?
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, like you say, it doesn't have to be all about the rare stuff.
No, definitely not. Definitely not.
And to be fair, just getting out in the outdoors, watching birds, just makes you feel good.
Mm,
You know, you can't beat it, really. You know.
yeah, definitely. Would you agree, Jerry?
Absolutely, you just get out there and you can go out and expect to see something, and you might dip on it, and then you see something totally different, and you just absorb it. And it's the day you're out there. It's a calm day. The water's like a mirror, and you see stuff just swimming along on it, and you get some superb shots of the bird. It might be a common duck. It might be something a little bit rarer. Like when we first got to Abberton this last week, we just looked over the parapet there, and what was out there but there was four goosanders
Mm,
that were just
yeah.
just feeding around the sluice there, and they just went off. And then there was more stuff about different places. There was peregrines about. I think we had 6, 7 different raptors seen during the day. Seen well,
Mm,
and it just you go to see something, and yes, you hope to see it, but you're never disappointed. There's always so much to see and appreciate, and life
absolutely.
conditions as well. You can get looking at, again, relatively common birds. We were looking at the lapwings, and the grey jackets they had on, sorry, green jacket grey, just checking if you're listening, the green jackets that they had on were absolutely iridescent. They were fabulous to
Mm.
see the light. It really was brilliant.
And
Yeah.
those are things that you can't always capture with a photograph or a video. Sometimes you've got to just see it yourself and really, get those kind of those reflections and iridescence, as you say. Um, and for me, I know we call it birding, but obviously the word is bird watching.
Yeah.
And the second part of that word is so important because it's very easy kind of not to watch.
Mm,
You can go goosander, tufted duck, pochard, goldeneye, and right goosander, and you write them down, and then you walk off to the next bit. You haven't really watched how they behave or what they do. So sometimes just standing and watching, as we just said with that Brent goose,
yeah.
perfect example. Yeah,
Yeah. And Andy's video earlier of the little egret.
Yeah.
absolutely.
I
Yeah,
think
Obviously, people just go little egret. You know, they're quite common nowadays. But
yeah,
actually, you're like with Andy, he was like watching it,
mm,
had the presence of mind to video it as well. Because
yeah.
yeah, yeah,
yeah, really good.
definitely.
Yeah,
Impression of a flamingo, wasn't it? Almost.
yeah,
Mm,
weird, wasn't it? Yeah,
yeah, really mad.
no
Yeah.
idea what that was doing.
So obviously, we're kind of coming towards the end of the year. I think the society activities are kind of finished for the year, but next year we're doing stuff, aren't we? We've got
We're
stuff
going,
planned.
we're there.
So
We
if I
are.
bring up this, so
I
um,
just need to bring up the thingy. Yeah.
for those that don't know, these two gentlemen who are with me tonight, um, between them, they kind of organise all of the field trips. So Steve decides when and where we're going, and Gerry books the coaches and makes all the planning and rings all the places to say that we're coming. So just on behalf of all the members and everyone who attends, I just want to take this opportunity to thank you both for all the hard work you do on the field trips because it's a major part of the society. For a lot of people, they sometimes people it's their only chance of visiting these places because some of the places we go to are further afield and we wouldn't necessarily go on our own. So you choose some great locations, and Gerry, your organisation is superb as
Yep.
always, and you make it so much fun on the coach.
Yep.
One of the first trips I ever went on, I think was up to it might have been the trip up to Frampton actually. I think that was my first one,
Mhm.
and that the coach trip was what made me join the society because it was just so much fun and everyone was so nice.
Yeah.
So yeah, well done, guys. Well done.
Well done.
Right,
Thank
with that
you.
in mind, do you want to run through where we're going then?
Very good. So yeah, we're off to 12th of January. We're off to Rainham Marshes. So South Essex Reserve, really good. I won't go into it too much what we're going to see, but yeah, nice self-drive trip for that one.
Mhm.
So we're going to meet at 9 o'clock in the car park for that one. Hopefully,
Is it?
obviously, for people who probably are aware, the RSPB are going through several changes and stuff at the moment. So at the moment on the website, it's got the refreshments and a selection of food is served in the centre. That may not be the case when we visit. Hoping that at least minimum there'll be maybe a hot drink, but if you don't, if you subscribe to our MailChimp, so if you go to the bottom of our webpage, you can subscribe to our newsletter, our MailChimp newsletters, as Matt's just very expertly done. And no doubt there'll be a reminder before the field trip, and we'll have a bit more information about the visit to Rainham on that.
Oh, crikey, there we go.
So a lot of stuff, haven't we? A
Oh,
lot
hang
of
on a
stuff.
minute. Crikey, look at that.
There we go. 12th of January. Yeah.
So yeah, I mean, we probably won't go through the whole year, but yeah, we've got so say we've got lots of trips to various self-drive trips and coach trips
Mhm.
to we're going to Norfolk, we're going to some new places like the Lodge RSPB Reserve in the spring, our good old regular spot at Dungeness. We love Dungeness. You can't go wrong with Minsmere, superb site, and that's going to include a nightjar evening as well. So a bit of a later
Mm.
evening, that one. We're meeting a little bit later in the afternoon, and hope to see nightjars. So
Mm.
yeah, I don't know if you want to add anything, Gerry, but I mean everything's on the website, all the
It is.
information.
Just like to say about the Minsmere one there, obviously anybody wishes to go up there because it's by your own transport. You can go up as early as you like and walk around Minsmere and see what's about there in June. It'll
Mm.
certainly be quieter than it is when we often go in the breeding session and just see what's about and just enjoy the day. Just that we're proposing to start a bit later, and the reason it is a private transport one is because if it isn't good and it's raining or anything like that, then if people said, okay, I don't want to go on the coach because it is like that, then this is flexibility and you can do what you wish,
Mm.
see what's about.
And the other thing as well, anyone looking at the screen will notice that a lot of these, in fact, most of these coach trips are completely fully booked. Now, we do get booked up in advance. I think all of the remaining coach trips at the moment are fully booked. However, we do sometimes get cancellations. So, Gerry, it's worthwhile people contacting you directly, isn't it?
It is.
Um,
I've got a waiting list of people that said they're interested in coming, and sometimes it is last minute when people unfortunately drop out for whatever reason. It might be family reason, other arrangements, because people book up months in advance. In fact, most of the trips were booked up within a few weeks of the program being out to members in July, I think it was last year. So they do, as Matt's just mentioned, they do get booked up very quickly because they're popular
mm,
and people feel comfortable on them. They haven't got to drive anywhere. They just come along, get on the coach in the morning, have a chat with people they know, make new friends, Ladies are very comfortable to come on their own. It's not an issue. And because when they finish the day's birding, they just sit back, relax, and maybe even have a snooze. So it's a brilliant way to join in and enjoy the day.
Yes,
Absolutely.
definitely. And there's information at the top of the field trip screen on our website of how you can contact Gerry. I won't read it out, but it's all on there. So if you want to go on a reserve list for any of the four coach trips that we've still got to come, Titchwell, Brecklands, The Lodge, and Dungeness, please don't think that you can't come because it says it's full. Give Gerry your details, and you may get lucky. You never know.
Yeah, absolutely.
Um, we've
We
also
got
got a good range of indoor monthly meetings coming up next year as well. So again, won't go through them all in detail, but you can see we've got Peru on the 3rd of January from Rob Williams. We've got Birds of the Russian Far East on the 7th of Feb with Chris Collins.
dodgy one
Uh,
in March.
yeah, the one in March, that sounds really good.
Uh,
Goa by some bloke called Steve Grimwade.
Thank you.
And the fascinating cognitive abilities of corvids,
Mm.
which I'm definitely taking Tina along to because I'm sure she'll want to watch that one with all the crow action that we get at home here, and that's by
Yeah.
Dr. Claudia Washer. So that's going to be really good. Looking forward to those. The next one on the 3rd of January, as you can see on the screen here, is an online meeting, and we'll get the details of that published on our website, on the YouTube channel, and we'll send out a MailChimp as well. So that'll be done over the next week or so. Um,
If I could
so
just,
thanks to Paul, Paul Everett, who organises all of the indoor meetings. And thanks for all the hard work that he does as well. He's also recently, as people are probably aware, taken over the online running of the meetings as well. So Paul's doing everything himself on those now, which is really great. Well done, Paul. Thank you very
Yeah,
much for that.
fantastic. Thanks, Paul. Yeah. Uh,
another excellent member of the committee that
Definitely.
stood up when we had some vacancies, and he said, "Yeah, I'll come along and help." So we invite members to contact us and just say, yeah, okay, I'd like to do this. I'd like to help there. Um, and going on about the April meeting, which is the final one of this current program, that is preceded by the AGM, um, which is pretty straightforward. It's going through uh, the accounts, the year, to a short report of what's happened in the year, and then voting the committee back in position or whatever the case might be. And as people will know, as members will know, that after 20 years, I will be standing down as the chair. We've yet to get anybody make an approach to us to fill the position. But if you're interested in just doing parts of it, if it's something you think you might like to do, then please just contact us and say, yeah, I'd like to do this part or that part, and that it doesn't all have to be done by one person.
Hmm.
So we look forward to receiving some interest, please.
Yes. Yeah. Either contact Jerry directly, or you can just email the general email address info.ebws@gmail.com,
Yeah.
and we'll put you in touch with Jerry. So, yeah, I mean the committee, I'm sure you guys will agree with that. It's a really good group of people. We get on really well together. But more importantly, I think everyone steps up and everyone, takes on various roles, volunteers to do various jobs throughout the year. You don't have to, there's no, I don't know what the right word is. We're doing it because we want to do it.
yeah.
And
Yeah.
that really comes across, I think. It really does.
It does. And without the superb members on the committee, and I'm not going to name them all by name because we'll be here for another half an hour, but without the cooperation and the talents and the expertise that each and every one of the committee has, you see three faces in front of you now, and then that's just three faces. There are people you don't see at all who make a huge contribution to the running and operation of the society. Without them, it just would not happen. And we'd like to spread it around a little bit and get some more people involved and enjoy it, because it is about the more you put into something, the more you get out of it without any shadow of a doubt.
Yeah, definitely. People can just come along and because we have a bi-monthly committee meeting, which is done on Zoom. And if anyone wants to just attend one of the meetings to see what we do, how it works, and then you can decide whether you want to volunteer initially as an assistant, which is what I did, which means you kind of just sit there and if something comes up, you go, yeah, I'll do that. or if you want to fill a vacant position if there is one. And then obviously you'll certainly be considered. And as Gerry said, and I'm sure Steve, you'll agree, we're always looking for people to step
Absolutely.
up. Yeah.
Always. Yeah. No,
And if you
everyone's very welcome.
And if
Yeah.
you do come along and do something and then get stuck on something or want some advice, some help, whatever, we've all got talents and experience and that everybody shares it. It's about the society. It's not about us as individuals. It's about what we share and how we get the society moving forward. And I think this is reflected in the way that it's grown over the years. We're now exceeding 750 members, which is excellent. We're looking for more all the time. This is why the coach trips are for, because we're getting more members coming along and joining in. And it depends on which way and how you want to do your birding. Some people are interested in trips, some people are interested in the meetings, the talks, others are interested in the survey works that we do with the RSPB, the farmers. Other people are interested in doing the counting and that. There's something for everyone without
Yeah,
any.
absolutely.
Definitely. Yeah. 100% agree with that. Right. So hopefully that's whetted people's appetite. There's loads of stuff we're getting involved with. The other thing we do is pop-ups. So I'm sure everyone's aware by now. But if you are on the mailing list, we try and think of different things to do throughout the year. We've done lots of stuff over the past couple of years. The ringing demonstrations, I think we held 4 last year, if I'm correct.
Yeah. Yeah.
They're very popular. It's something you don't really get a chance to get involved with unless you're invited unless you maybe sometimes, find a group that you want to be part of. But David Wilkinson with the South Essex Ringing Group has been brilliant. And we've had some really good sessions, and lots of people have found out more about it. And you get to see birds close up. You get to release some of them if you want to, which is fun. I released a magpie last time, which was good.
Cool.
Yeah.
I think
And
it's another aspect, isn't it, of birding again. When you start birding, you just look with your eyes and see things and appreciate it. You then upgrade, you get a pair of binoculars, and that brings the birds closer to you and appreciate. You may then move forward with a scope, and
Mm,
then seeing them in the hand, these little tiny balls of fluff that
Yeah.
fly hundreds and thousands of miles to be with us at certain times of the year. And you look at the colours and the detail on them. It's phenomenal. It
yeah,
really is. You really appreciate it. It's another aspect. Brilliant.
definitely. Right, so Northern Water Thrush is the bird of the year. I think we all agree.
Yeah, Richard Chew. So we've got a few messages tonight. Pete Dwyer's just joined us, and Mariam Raja has joined us as well. So good evening to both of you.
Hiya.
Chris Mead just quickly asked, was your wryneck sat in the bush and you would have missed it?
Basically, yes. Yeah. So it didn't fly at all while I was there, and Brian had seen it go into the bush. So he was on his way around to find it as I got there, which was really quite handy. Yeah. So
Cool. So
Opportunity.
Richard Chew also said his other Essex highlights were the Big County Birdwatch and, as you just said, the Southeast Ringing Group ringing events.
Mm. Yeah, very good.
If you're interested in any of our pop-up events, then subscribe to our mailing list, because when we hold them, we'll send out details.
Absolutely. There's another ringing one planned for next year. I can't reveal the date just yet. 2nd of February. 2nd of February.
Yeah,
Also, we've got the next Big County Birdwatch coming up in April.
we have.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
We're back to a springtime again. We diversify by doing one in the autumn and then one in the spring. And then when we do the one in the autumn, then we have often a conference somewhere in the springtime. So another
Absolutely.
thing that everybody gets involved in and joins in.
Yeah. And Graham Lee said at Raynham, there's a good cafe opposite the traffic lights as you leave to join the main road. So
Good
there
to
you
know.
go. That's fantastic. So thanks, Graham, for that. And
Yeah, thank you.
Nick Warner's just messaged in and said, can people drive themselves if there's no room on the coach? Can they drive themselves to coach meetings?
Of course they can. Yeah.
Yeah.
They're welcome however because we get people that are actually staying in the area where we may have a coach trip to a venue, and we welcome just people to come along. No, yeah.
And can Nick let me know how his finger is, please?
Oh,
Oh,
Well, I released a magpie, and Nick released a jay,
okay.
hey.
and the jay I think the Jay thought that one of Nick's fingers looked particularly tasty. It was more a case of the Jay releasing Nick, I think.
Oh, really? Cool. I bet that hurt.
Yeah.
Well, he was very good actually. I mean, if he did hurt, he didn't let us know. So yeah,
Oh,
hope he's
let us know,
okay.
Nick. Please let us know in the chat. I mean, we won't laugh if you did get hurt.
If,
I mean, not at all.
if I bump into him down Layer Breton and he's like that. Oh dear. Anyway,
Stop
right.
laughing, Matt. Stop laughing.
Sorry.
Serious
Um,
matter.
so yeah, I mean, I think it's been a great year, and I think there's lots to look forward to next year. And hopefully, many of the people watching and other people that watch later and so on will get involved. It's just really good fun. It really is.
It is. Absolutely.
Right. I think we'll wish you a Merry Christmas, Gerry.
Thank
Yep.
you very much. And I wish you guys a very Merry Christmas and a successful New Year, to say the least. Um, I'd also like to thank everyone on the exec committee for all their efforts that they've done over the past 12 months and going back prior to that. It's been a fantastic achievement. Everybody does their part. Everybody pulls their weight and does whatever they are capable of doing. There's a lot going on behind the scenes on the recording side with people that have come on board and doing stuff on that side there. And of course, mustn't forget to thank the members,
Yep.
because without the members, we wouldn't be here. We wouldn't be
Mm.
doing this.
We'd just be talking to ourselves.
Absolutely, yeah.
Yeah.
But no, I would, and I wish everyone a very Merry Christmas, a happy, prosperous, and bird-filled 2025, and look forward to seeing some of you in the not too distant future.
Excellent.
Thank
I
you.
don't think we can put it any better than that.
No,
And
not at all. No.
Merry Christmas to you and to Owen and to all your family as well. And
And
looking
thanks
forward
for all you do, Gerry, as well.
to
You thank everyone else, but you do so much work, and it's not forgotten.
Thank you.
Mm,
It's
definitely.
it's been fun. And I enjoy it, and I get the rewards by seeing people smile and happy and saying hello and that sort of thing when I do meet up with them. And it is about the members and about what we do. It's important that we continue.
Well, from the size of some of the stockings that I've seen hanging up in the shops recently, Santa Claus has got pretty big boots, but I don't think they're anywhere near as big as your boots. So yours are going to be very difficult to fill after April. So yeah,
Yeah, but it doesn't have to be one person. It can be different people doing different parts of it. So please don't be put off and think, oh, bloody hell, he's got all that he does and all that. It isn't. It just comes together and pieces come together and people do things and it gels and it goes along there. And the thing is, whatever anybody who comes along after me will do it in their own way, which will be
yeah,
different from me, which
yeah.
is important because it's what's happened in the past where previous chairmen did it their way. I've done it my way. I won't get it. I've never got it all right. Nobody ever will. But don't be afraid to make a mistake, because if you don't make a mistake, you don't do anything.
You never learn, do you? That's the thing. Yeah, yeah.
Right.
And also, I can't remember if you said this earlier on, but you're going to be there still anyway. You're not leaving the
Yeah.
committee, are you?
No, I'm still going to be around
Still
and
around. Yeah.
doing the trips and that. Still be a trustee. So
Yep.
yeah,
And
Brilliant.
Richard Chew's just messaging Jerry, said huge thanks for your contribution to the EBS, not just this last year as chair, but for the other 19 years too.
thank you, Richard. Appreciate it. Thank
Yeah.
you.
Echo that. Right. Merry Christmas.
Merry
Merry
Christmas,
Christmas.
Jerry.
We'll,
Have a
we'll see
good
you
one.
next year.
See you next
See you
year.
later. Take
it
care.
easy,
Thanks for
Jerry.
coming on.
Thanks for
Yeah.
Bye.
joining me.
Bye. Bye. Yeah. Brilliant.
Always good to see Jerry and his chairman's message. Yeah, top guy.
Absolutely.
And you know what? Yeah, I mean, he does so much stuff.
He does. I mean, as he said, it's you don't want to put anyone off, obviously, but I think it's one of those things that if you work and if I said to you, what do you do for your job? If you actually sat there and wrote it all down,
Yeah,
it would look
yeah,
crazy. But then when you do your job, you just do it because you get used to it and you don't do all of that at once. You start with that and then you do a bit more and then you do a bit more, don't you? And I think that's what Jerry's saying, really. If anyone can come on board or wants to come on board, even initially just to help out, and then maybe later on, if they feel they, want to step up,
yeah.
and we're all there to help as well. So,
Absolutely.
it's
Yeah,
very much a team, isn't it?
it's a very much a team. I say we've got a great team.
Yes,
Now, obviously, like you and I are on the screen over here, but there's a lot of people behind the scenes that do an amazing job too.
definitely.
So
Absolutely,
yeah,
definitely.
get in touch. Get in touch.
Yeah, please do. Right. What's next? Anything else in the chat, Steve?
Nick Warner's J injury is okay,
Oh, good.
so that's good to know. Not good to. So he won't be suing the ringing group or anything.
Thanks, Nick.
He,
That's great.
he had a great morning. So yeah, and
Yeah.
I think that's it. So far.
Good, good, good. Right. So
Well, Kevin O'Connor says Gerry is a cool dude.
Gerry is definitely a cool dude. Yeah, he's
He's
really
so
cool.
personable. So yeah, I agree, Kevin. And good evening, Kevin, as
Definitely.
well, by the way.
So just very quickly, we mentioned the recent ringing. Meant to show this earlier on. Just going to show a couple of pictures. So just thanks again to Terry from the Wilderness Foundation and to David Wilkinson and to I can't remember who was there, George and Danielle and Liam and David Palash was there as well. I think I've got everyone. Apologies if I haven't. But yeah, just a couple of pictures. Great tip being ringed. A little gold crest in Liam's quite a big lad, and so his hands are quite big, and that gold crest looked absolutely tiny when he was holding it.
Yeah.
um, and that's Danielle with a reed bunting, a female reed bunting
Ah, nice.
picture being taken, and that is the reed bunting.
Oh, how lovely.
And then there's a blue tit with its wing being measured as well. So obviously all the data is collected for these birds, and they're processed and released within literally a minute or two. It doesn't take long
Yeah,
at all. So
absolutely.
it's really good. And then that's just a few of us being shown some of the intricacies of ringing. And again, Danielle was very, very good at explaining what she was doing. So yes, thoroughly enjoyed that. And thanks again to everyone that came along. And just to let you know, we normally ask for a donation, suggest a donation of £10. But with this particular one, the donations were split 50-50 between the Wilderness Foundation and the South Essex Ringing Group. And we raised well over £200 in the end because the Wilderness Foundation's donation was doubled. There was a organisation, I can't remember what their name is. I'm so sorry, I should know. But
Oh, and they double the
they were
contribution,
match
don't they?
funding.
Yeah,
Yeah, they were match funding for a week, and we managed to do it to coincide with that, which was fantastic. So I
brilliant news.
think we raised a total of £225 or so, something in that region, which was good.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
Sarah Henson Webb's just messaged in to say that ringing was the highlight of the year for her.
Oh, brilliant. Well, thank you, Sarah, because you were very generous with your donation as well. So really do
Yeah, you look
appreciate
very comfy in that chair there, I have to say, in that last picture.
that. Well, she was on her feet taking a picture of the reed bunting, though. So
Were there biscuits and cake involved?
no, this time Santa bought some mince pies. I bought I bought 24 a selection of 24 different cakes, including mince pies, and I thought, right, they're all going to go. I'll be able to take some home.
No chance, mate.
10 minutes, boom, gone.
I'm gutted. I've not. Do you know what? I've not had a mince pie this winter yet.
Nor have I.
So if anyone wants to send one over tonight, we're waiting.
Yeah, send us a mince pie. A picture of a mince pie would be good.
Yeah,
Yeah, send a picture of a mince pie to ebwstalks@gmail.com,
might be the
please.
nearest. Might be the nearest we get to it,
Yeah,
mate.
probably the nearest I should get to
Oh,
be fair. Anyway, right. What else are we doing? We're going to do the last competition question thing.
it's
Oh,
supposed to be
go
a
on.
short show tonight.
Pardon?
We've been going an hour and a half.
I know. Nearly there. Hang on a minute.
I thought you said a short show tonight.
Right, this is the tiebreaker for the competition, and this one, hang on, is going to be. Can't see it. Hold on, need to get rid of that.
To be fair, I've got all grumpy because I can't answer any of the questions. So,
Right, well, this one I'm going to leave it on the screen for 5 seconds. So, this is the tiebreaker question. How many avocets are on the screen? Ready?
yeah, go for it.
Five, four, three, two, one, gone.
Go.
Okay, that's the tiebreaker. So if people have got 6 out of 6 or 5 out of 5 so far or whatever, whoever gets closest to the answer on that one will win the prize. So there you go. Right. We've got a mindful moment coming up.
Excellent. Look forward to that.
And
Actually, the
also,
second part of the show is hardly anything on there, so that's quite good.
yeah, the second part's really short. Membership, just very quickly, we do this every time, but if you want to join EBS, it's £16 for an entire year. Subscriptions will be due soon. The subscriptions start on the 1st of January.
Okay.
So I've got mine set up by standing order. I don't know about you, have you?
We have as well. Yeah,
Yep.
absolutely.
Just easy. So if you want to do that, it just means you haven't got to remember to subscribe. But if you don't do it by standing order, please send your subs in as early in the new year as you can because it makes Pete's job much, much easier. And for your membership, not only can you take part in all our wonderful activities, you get these things, don't you?
You get two magazines, Essex Birding, one every 6 months.
Yep.
Excellent roundup, loads of photographs. I mean, I know we do this every month, but oh, there's a swallow birding advert there. That's very that was almost
Just
planned, wasn't it?
just
That was
happened to fall over at that fall open at that page.
just a random one. Oh, there you go, Harpy Eagle, that one. But yeah, absolutely. Yeah, full of articles. So from local articles from stuff around the world, local sightings, really good magazine. Oh,
Yep.
I was a silly article there.
Really good.
And
You get a
also,
fixture card.
fixture card, which is here. So this will give you all of our events that we do. So the field trips, coach trips, evening meetings,
Yep.
all our committee, all the committees, recording committee, all on here as well, and just a bit of information about where we meet and pickups and all that stuff. And we have
Yep.
stuff for sale as well. Oh, sorry, Bird Report. Sorry, forgot that.
Yeah, so just to clarify, oh yeah, Bird Report. Bird Report is amazing.
Oh,
Neil Sumner and the job that he does with his team of editors as well, absolutely fantastic.
amazing, loads of photographs. The information in here. There's 250,000 records going to this.
Absolutely,
So if you
absolutely.
go out bird watching, submit your sightings to the society because without those sightings, we can't have something like this.
Yep.
It's so important.
We
So
do. If you record on our website, that's great. If you do use Bird Track or eBird, we get that data as well. So don't feel
absolutely,
that you've got to double up or anything. If you're already on another platform, we get it all through. But yes, Steve said we got branded stuff, notebooks and umbrellas with our logo on. There we go. I'm not going to put it up indoors because it's unlucky, I think. What have you
it's
got, Steve?
unlucky. Shopping bag.
Oh, excellent. We've got
You've got some
unironed
merchandise.
t-shirts. Hang on. Unironed t-shirts in fabulous colours, such as Flame. It's all also available in blue and green and grey and so forth, all on our website. And we've got sweatshirts as well, haven't we, in a variety
Yeah,
of colours. And
yeah.
these are really
Sweatshirts
lovely,
are really good, especially
very
like these
warm.
cold winter days. Excellent,
Got a
and they're
load,
really all the merchandise really good value. So
definitely, definitely. And you've got caps as well. So I don't know if I can do that. There you go. Wow, that looks really weird.
yeah, it looks like really weird.
Shall I leave it on? Maybe not. But yeah, the cap's really good and it keeps the rain off your glasses too, which is fantastic. We don't sell the stuff directly on our website. I had somebody email
Oh,
us how to buy
pin badges.
directly. Oh, sorry.
Pin badges.
Oh, yes, pin badges as well. Yes,
Pin
excellent.
badges.
Yes, they're just £1, and we get we're
Oh,
getting well,
have you got an announcement to make, Matt?
maybe watch this space. We're getting new badges next year, and they are different. So hopefully, by the time you see us next, maybe or the time after, maybe we'll have some different pin badges.
Excellent. Ooh.
So bring your shiny pounds or even your dull pounds. We accept those too. Um, right. Shall we do a mindful moment?
Let's do mine for a moment because I think I'm exhausted. I need a rest.
Or shall we very quickly just run through all the competitions because it's finished now, basically. I've just got to do the answers.
Yeah,
Should we buzz
I'm
through them
not
again, do you
taking
think?
part. I'm not taking part because I can't answer any of them.
Nor can I, and that's the problem because I'm meant to know the answers. Right, let's just very quickly buzz through them again. So for anyone that missed it, the phone number once more is 07377 547 951. The first question is, what is the UK's smallest bird of prey? Now, with these questions, if you can number your question, and also please put your name on the text as well somewhere. So if you can put number one and then your answer and so forth. Question two, which bird has been snowed on? Question three, tawny owls are better hearing than people by how much? Approximately times 10, times 6.2, times 2.2, or times 3.8. That's question three. Question four, which bird has been snowed on? Question five, the anagrams. Strap a book, and that's a gull. Late crop, that's a sandpiper. And call one date, that's a warbler. So it's only the first part of the bird's name, obviously, on the anagram. So, for example, if it was great tit, we'd be looking for the word great. And that's our final bird that's been snowed on. What do we think that is? That's question 6. And then the decider is how many avocets are in that picture. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Done. Right. Have we got anything on the chat before we have a mindful moment?
Well, we were okay, I think.
Sure.
Nick Warner's called you Two Hat Matt.
Very good.
And Nick Warner's also just said that the South Essex ringing group was such a friendly bunch. Thoroughly recommend. So, yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, really good.
Cool. That's it, Matt. Time for a
Excellent.
mindful moment, I think.
I have not watched this yet. John sent it in earlier. I've just downloaded it, so hopefully it works. Can you see? Crikey, looks like a volcano. What's going on?
Oh, crikey. Yes. That looks like a volcano. Yep,
That's a bit
can see
scary.
it perfectly. Yeah, perfect.
Okay, right. I'm going to press play. I'm going to mute my camera, and we'll see you in about 3 minutes and 2 seconds. That's
Excellent.
precisely
See you in a while.
Okay.
Wow.
Fabulous. I should have said beforehand, apology, it's pretty obvious. That was some of John's highlights from the past year.
I
Um,
guess that, yeah.
I thought you probably would. A nightjar in December would have been pretty amazing. That nightjar is incredible.
It is incredible. And I just brings back memories of the summer and
Mm,
obviously when it was a bit warmer. And yeah, I mean, thanks to John for, every month we've done these shows, without fail, he's put together the most amazing videos for us. And,
Yep.
I mean, I can't even imagine how long that takes to do. Well, actually,
Absolutely.
it takes time to go out and film to start with, but then to like edit it all together with the music and, oh, mate,
Yeah. He does a brilliant job, and yeah, I think
oh,
John's John's talented guy. As you say, not only in terms of taking the footage, but the way he puts it together as well. I really like what he does. So thank you
absolutely.
so much, John.
Do you know, I'm sure people would rather watch his videos than us waffle on for an hour and a half. I would.
To be honest with you, when we do the prep and I turn my camera off,
Yeah.
what do you think I'm doing?
Yeah.
All I have to do is I just say yeah, every 30 seconds or so. It seems to work.
And
Right.
both Richard Chew, Sandra Bell, and Paul Everett both, commenting about how wonderful it was. Richard Chew said the nightjar was amazing.
Mm.
Sandra said wow, and then Paul Everett, absolutely brilliant, John. So yeah.
Yeah, thank you so much, John. Really mean that, and that's not just from us; that's from everyone that watches. I've never heard anyone say anything other than absolute praise for the videos that you put out. And I know that John met a few people on some of the walks during the year, and so a few people have put a face to a name now, which is always very nice. So yeah,
Absolutely. No, thanks, John. And yeah, we hopefully look forward to maybe things for the future for us. So yeah.
absolutely. So once again, from the sublime to ridiculous, even though I can't say it, we're going to have a quick break. I'm going to try and work out who's won the competition, and we'll be back shortly. So can you see the usual thing?
Oh,
We're on this one.
we'll have to have a new one in the new year, won't we?
We'll definitely do a new one. I just haven't had time, to be fair. I should have done a Christmas one, really, shouldn't I? But
To be fair, I love this. I love the music for this one. So
this is the best one. This is my favourite.
this is my favourite too. Yeah. Okay. So
So we'll
see
be
you
back in 3 minutes.
3 minutes. See you later. I love that. Do you know what? I love that. I just think of like Sailor of the Century, which is you're probably. Do you remember that rubbish?
Vaguely, yeah.
Yeah.
Vaguely, very
And
vaguely.
really cheesy catch, not catch tune. What's it called? It theme tune. Theme tune.
Theme tune, yeah. It's just funny. It makes me laugh every time I hear that
Every
music.
time.
So literally, I finished working out the answers to the competition
Right.
um, on the kind of dun 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 bit at the end. I was like,
Well done.
yeah,
Well
so
done.
we're done. We do have a winner, but
Way.
the winner is only via the tiebreaker.
Oh.
Mm.
Wow.
So the question with the anagrams, I've given each anagram 1 point. I think that's the only fair thing to do.
Okay. That's cool.
Okay.
That's cool.
Anything in the chat before we go through
Oh,
the
I
answer?
don't know. I was so excited with the music. No, just Tony Critcher saying
Oh,
that John's video superb always.
yeah,
So
really, really good. Right.
and
Let's
that's it.
let's do the answers quickly because I want to
Go
want
for
to
it.
get through the. I still haven't watched the weigh-in for the boxing tomorrow night, and I want to watch it after the show. So
Oh, it's the Usyk fight tomorrow, isn't it?
it is. Yep.
Ooh,
And
exciting.
obviously, when Usyk and Fury saw me do that, I could feel them quaking in their boots.
I'm sure. I was quaking in my boots.
Boxing Santa.
Boxing Santa. Actually,
That could be a film.
film. I like that.
Oh, yeah. Right. Anyway. Okay. So question one: what is the UK's smallest bird of prey, Steve?
Merlin.
Merlin.
It's the only one I could do, to be honest, Matt.
You literally don't know these. I love doing this. I'll put you right on the spot. It's so funny.
Well, yeah, I'm not going to embarrass myself because that's the only one I knew.
One, Merlin. Excellent. Right. Which bird has been snowed on?
I have no idea, mate.
What can you see?
God, I can see a bit of Goldcrest.
What colours round its eye?
Orangey colour. That's not going to help me, Matt. We'll be here all night, mate.
Okay. All right. Robin.
Oh, okay. I wouldn't have
There you
gone
go.
that. I
Yep.
wouldn't have got that. Okay, that's.
Tawny owls have better hearing than people by how much approximately?
I'm going to go 6.2.
I don't think anyone got this right. And to be fair, I'd never got it right either.
6.2.
2.2,
Oh, okay.
according to the book I've got. So yeah, 2.2 times. Which bird has been snowed on here? And there's kind of a clue by what else is in the picture.
Waxwing.
Yeah, waxwing. Anagrams, strap a bone, late crop, call one day. I would not have got any of these. I'm absolutely rubbish on anagrams.
I would. I need to write them down, but
Yeah,
I literally I've got the webcam right in the middle of the screen.
yeah,
So
exactly. So I'll just do the answers on these. I wouldn't get any of these, to be fair. I'm useless on word things like that. Bonapartes is the goal.
yep.
Pectoral is the sandpiper,
Uh,
and
nice.
lanceolated is the warbler. Very good. So well done to people that got those right. Final bird that got snowed on.
Smute.
It's mute. Yep. A few people said goosander, obviously, because it does look similar, but it's slightly different head shape and markings and stuff, and hairstyle. And then how many avocets are in the picture?
92.
Oh, that's a really good guess. But the answer is, and someone's going to be going, yay, right now, 81.
No, good.
There you go. Right. Okay. So we have a tie, and the tie was between Liz Huxley and Andy Brown.
Oh.
And they both got 6 answers right. So it comes down to how many avocets they've got. Andy said 73, which is very good. And I thought was going to win. But then Liz said 80,
Wow, excellent.
which I'm disappointed, to be fair. I thought Liz was going to get it spot on. So she's won out, really. So I think because
Oh,
of that, Andy Brown wins. No, Liz, well done, Liz. That's
well
really
done,
good
Liz.
guess. So
Excellent.
yeah, well done, Liz.
Superb. Superb.
Very good. So that prize will be going off to Liz. I'll try and get it posted off tomorrow to you. Okay. Okay. So
And if
well
you
done.
don't like,
Congratulations.
if you don't
And
like it, Liz, you can get it back before Christmas Day to him.
Santa doesn't take returns, I'm afraid. So yeah, thanks to everyone who took part in that, and hopefully that everyone watching thought it was a bit of fun. So yeah,
Well done. That's excellent. Yeah,
good.
really good. That was.
Okay, what's next? So we're going to run through pictures very quickly, just stuff that we've seen from only for the last sort of couple of weeks or so, 3 weeks since the last show. We're going to do basic sightings, brief sightings from the month so far, and we are going to just do the viewers' pictures, and then that's it. So just 3 more sections.
Yeah, cool.
You want to go first?
Yeah, can do, mate. Yeah, can do.
Go for it.
I've got to work out to do what to do. Hold on, where's not? Hold on, sorry. Trying to do
Right.
something. Yeah, it's okay. I'm just faffing around here, really. So yeah, so for me, hopefully you can see this picture of a hen harrier.
I can see a picture of a raptor, and I can't see what it is because of my camera. Yes, a hen harrier. Lovely. Beautiful.
So this was I led a walk at Wallasey Island this week. So these are a couple of pictures from Wallasey. I've been out birding today, working today, but I've got no pictures from today. But so you've got Wallasey Island. So hen harrier from Wallasey on Wednesday.
Lovely.
Another picture of a hen harrier. We had really good views of a ringtail hunting for like over an hour. We watched this bird, often at close range.
Fabulous.
That's nice. Then peregrine hunting. Set this
Nice.
set this little egret heading for cover.
Lovely. Look at that. That's a cracking shot.
Yeah, cool. And then barn owl at the end of the day, just over the sea wall.
Gorgeous.
So that's my local stuff for this year. But basically, I haven't been around much because
Okay.
I've been somewhere else.
Wow.
So if anyone can guess what that is, they're doing well.
Well,
I'll
it's
give you a clue.
it,
It's called an Australian crake.
okay. I was going to say it looks like a cross between a moorhen and a water rail.
Yeah. So yeah, it's so the last couple of weeks I've been down under in Australia on holiday. Only got back on Sunday. As Matt said, we flew over Abbotsford on the way home back to Heathrow. So yeah, a couple of weeks holiday. Obviously can't go to these places without a bit of birding. So yeah, so Australian crake. I took like 3,000 pictures and I've only sorted out like 100 of them so far. So very quick whistle stop shot. Nice crested pigeon. Lovely
Gorgeous.
bird. Very
That's
common,
beautiful.
quite common bird, but I love the colours in the wings. So yeah, crested pigeon. Lots of more crests. These are all greater crested terns. We went to a nesting colony. So these birds were about 6 foot away, which was
Yeah,
really cool.
fabulous.
Little penguin.
Oh.
It's nice. I think this used to be called fairy penguin in the olden days, but now it's little
Okay.
penguin. So these are in like nest boxes. So got a nice view of those. This was probably my second, almost my bird of the trip, but probably second bird of the trip. These are powerful owls.
Good grief. They look
These are, I think it's the second biggest owl in the world. These are huge. These are like 3.5 foot tall. These things.
I mean, it looks like an eagle or, but it's just got an owl's head. It's amazing. What a
Yeah.
bird.
So it's juvenile on the left, adult on the right.
hmm
So yeah, Annette found these, which was pretty amazing.
Look at that eye of the adult looking through the
Yeah.
branches at you.
Then there's another one with the adult
Oh,
juvenile.
well done, Annette. That's
Not
fantastic.
the not the
Fabulous.
easiest things to photograph because they're in amongst all the twigs. But
Mm.
yeah, so that was one of the highlights. I've got other highlights, but we have to wait for another show.
Mm.
I like this picture because it was just like the colours were amazing. This is a rainbow lorikeet.
Yep,
I just love the colours on this
gorgeous.
one.
And the blue sky background as well, with it just
I have
frames
to
it
say,
off.
Matt, the weather was pretty amazing. I mean, it was like
Mm.
warm and yeah, so we won't go into that. Quick shot of a sacred kingfisher.
Oh,
It's the only one we saw, but that was quite nice.
stunning.
This little chappie. This is a spotted pardalote.
Oh,
Tiny
wow.
little bird, size of a gold crest. This is tiny little thing.
So colourful.
Yeah, I mean it's quite. They like
Huh,
quite like being in the shade, so it's quite a bit of a job to get a photograph of it. But
that's a
yeah,
cracker.
another
Yeah,
little
well done.
cracker. Superb fairy wren.
Nice.
Nice little bird.
Beautiful.
And then can't go to Australia without seeing
Eh.
kookaburra. And then last but not least, guess what the next bird's going to be, Matt?
A kangaroo.
No.
Oh, flaming galah. That's amazing.
So yeah, galah. But I've got loads more pictures. You know, we saw some really good birds. I mean, but yeah, I think I had about 20 odd new birds, world birds, which was really
Well
good.
done. Oh, well done.
So yeah, that's me quickly. That's why my
Flaming
hair's
galah.
gone blonde, mate, because of the sunshine.
I love the flaming galah. That's
I
brilliant.
thought you'd like that.
Right, okay. Hang on a minute. I should have been lining my pictures up. I wasn't, so hold on. Sorry. Very quickly. Hang on. Here we go. This is just stuff that I've photographed since the last show. There's nothing particularly exciting, to be fair. Although it's all exciting, as we were saying earlier on, it's
Exactly.
all good.
Yep.
Right. Nice views of great white egret at Ardley Reservoir. Really,
Excellent.
really quite
Nice.
close. And I've zoomed in with my zoomy zoom. That's the kind of herring gull stroke lesser blackback gull we think that's been at Abberton. Got another shot of that.
Been around for a few years, hasn't it?
Yeah, nice close view of a female goldeneye, looking a little bit annoyed that I'm taking a picture.
I like that. It's good.
That's a weird one.
I like
I've got,
that. Yeah.
yeah, got a kind of a leucistic female pheasant. That's what we provide at Abberton. Um, then at Ardley, there was the trio of herons that I get there. So grey heron, great white egret, and little egret on the right, and you can clearly see the side difference between the two egrets there.
Is that one of your music CDs above the little egret's head there, Matt, that you've thrown out the car? So,
Actually, I didn't notice that. What is that? That's weird. I might have to climb over and get that. It might be something good. Um,
Mariah Carey's greatest Christmas hits, mate.
oh, don't.
I'd leave it there if I were you.
So this was just a shot that I took at East Mersey, and I only took the shot just because it was a nice group of turnstone and redshank. But when I got home to process it, I noticed I'd missed because I didn't look through my bins.
Okay. Purple sandpiper.
Purple sandpiper, which there is one down there. And I bumped into Paul Everett shortly afterwards. Tina and I were both there having a walk, looking for a particular bird. And Paul said, "Have you seen the purple sandpiper?" I went, "No." I've taken a picture of it, idiot. But there you go. So that's what we went to look for. Managed to find it pecking away on the beach and got some nice views. That's my first shorelark in Essex, which I was really pleased with. Another shot of it there. They're really
Nice.
smart birds. I like shorelarks.
Yeah.
And then finally, as I said, Tina and I went to Blakeney Point on the 12th. Took a boat trip with beam seal trips, I think they're called. And it was a horrible day. It was wet and windy and yucky, but we managed to get some pictures, some half decent pictures of the seals. So that's a little baby one, fast asleep. Look at his little face. Look,
Oh, that's nice.
and I'll rattle through them quickly. This is a sequence. So this adult male was very interested in his female, and as you can see, they are kind of not particularly gentle in their displays of amour.
Oh, look at that. Wow.
I know.
He's been through the wars, isn't he?
Oh God, yeah. No, he's got lots of scars on him, but it kind of all ended well. They had a little cuddle to finish with. So there you
Oh, I love that. That's nice.
go. And then another one fast asleep. Looks like it's got a bit of a cold, this one, I think.
That'd be me, that was. Yeah, I'll get a snotty nose there.
And then finally, you got this little cutie little baby one to finish with, which is quite
Oh, that's nice.
yeah, I like them. So that's my month. Right. We've got some viewer stuff to do as well, so I'll go through that because we've got a few bits and bobs. Here we go. I need to get my notes as well. So the first one, if I can bring it up, hopefully, is from our good friend David Wilkinson from the South Essex Ring Group. And can you see that map?
Yep.
So that's where David went on a holiday. No, it's not really. So that's basically it was a recovery of one of their birds. So there's a reed warbler was ringed as a non-breeding adult by Max. I presume that's Max Helicar at Wat Tyler Country Park on the 23rd of June this year. It was subsequently recovered on the 8th of August 2024 on the Atlantic coast of France near Bordeaux, a movement of 771 kilometers. This area of France contains many reed beds and marshes and provides a key area on the migration of these sub-Saharan bound migrants. So there you go.
Oh,
And when we say it was recovered, I think it means it's re-netted, I presume.
yeah, I'd assume so.
Yeah. So it's obviously on its way through to its wintering grounds in the
Yeah.
Sahara. There you go. So thanks for that, David. That's really interesting, and what a journey.
Just remind me, Matt, when I do next month's show, if we do next month's show, where I found a curlew at Heybridge that was from Finland,
Oh wow.
and it was ringed in 2015,
Okay.
and it hasn't been reported anywhere. No one's seen the ring on it until we saw it in November.
That's mad. 9 years.
So on the next show, I'll dig up the graph and map and stuff.
Yeah. Yeah, that'd be good. Something to look forward to. Excellent. Glenn Moore sent in a couple of pictures while we've been talking, which I've managed to download. So there's a black red start, which I'm assuming might be at Brightlingsea.
I think that's the Brightlingsea one.
I know
Yeah.
there's been a couple there, and oh, hang on, there was two pictures from him. Oh, maybe I haven't moved the other one. I'll get the other one in a second. Please don't let me forget, Steve.
Okay.
Then they've got a sequence here from Graham Mee. So he captured this sequence on the River Roach while on a seal trip. So there we go. So it's obviously got a herring gull here. But if we watch and see what it does, it's hovering, it's diving, it's diving, it's diving, it's in. What do you reckon it comes out with?
Well, let's hope it's not a seal.
You
it's
know
going to
what?
come
That'd
out
be an amazing
with,
picture.
it's going to come out with a Steve Christmas hit CD.
If it came out with a Christmas hat on, that would be even better. A
Well
crab!
done. Oh, come on.
Hey, look at that. Poor little
Oh, that's
crab.
cool. Cool.
Come on.
Great sequence of shots.
Yeah, and then off it flew. Excellent.
And the
Thanks,
seal's
Graham.
going, oh, that splash. Oh, that splash.
I like them. Okay, next one is from Jan Lewis. So Jan Lewis actually managed to spot the purple sandpiper at East Mersey and then took a proper picture of it. So thanks, Jan. And he said there's also been a velvet scoter all week at Hanningfield, which is nice. Also from Jan, he said, do you remember the herring gull with a worn colour ring at the Naze on the 28th of October? It was on the beach, but he got a decent picture when we left, and it was on a house roof.
I
So
remember that.
orange ring with letter 4, alphanumeric code. It has to be a North Thames bird. Definitely YX. The number, probably a 7 or a 9. Letter is either a V or a T, but the base suggested a T. But he reported it anyway, even though he wasn't quite sure what the numbers were. And Paul Roper has confirmed it's YX9T. It was ringed at Pitsea in 2010, seen at various sites, with the last sighting being the Naze in 2018, where helpfully the observer reported somewhere on the ring. And he said he loves a bit of detective work. So that's kind of where it's been. So yeah, between kind of Pitsea and sort of the Clactony, Frintony, Nazy sort of area, I guess.
That's amazing, that is.
Yeah. Thanks for that, Jan. I love these ringing things. It's really good.
Because looking at January 2012, it was at Holland Haven, and then like literally a week later, it was at Pitsea, and then it went back to Holland Haven. I mean, why?
Yeah. Yep. Just flying up and down the coast, just going backwards and forwards. So yeah.
Amazing. Amazing.
Very cool. Julia Todd. So Julia sent in a picture of the green sandpiper that we had at Abberton. It's a lovely picture actually, because it wasn't that close. That's a really, really good shot, Julia. Thank you.
Good.
She's also sent in a video, so don't forget to remind me to play that, please.
Okay.
And then Richard Chu finally, and he said there aren't too many days left to top up our year lists. He had a 4-day car rental around last weekend and managed several year ticks in Kent, Suffolk, and Norfolk. The photos from us, none are from Essex, but they're all things that can be seen in Essex. So you've got a short-eared owl at Elmley and Kent.
I was going to say, it's got to be the Sheppey Bridge behind there. So yeah.
Snow bunting, there's a flock of about 40 at Walberswick in Suffolk.
Nice. That's a lovely shot.
Purple sandpiper. Oh, hang on a minute. There's more snow bunting. Sorry. Purple sandpiper at Southwold. Lovely.
Good.
And then black red start at Lowestoft Ness.
Oh,
That's a lovely male. Look at that.
Yeah, really cool.
Really smart. Also, he said, who doesn't like a male teal and a male widgeon? And he said there's thousands at Holcombe in Norfolk. And he also had a nice flock of Brent geese at RSBB Titchwell. That would make an exceptional Christmas card, I think. I love that.
Yeah.
Really like that.
Yeah, that's a cracker.
That's a cracker.
Cracker. Christmas cracker.
Lovely. Right. Okay, that's good. Thank you very much for everyone sending those in. I'm trying to quickly do Julia's video.
Ben Moore's other picture.
Yeah, and Julia's video. So I'll do Julia's video first. Hold on.
Okay, just to remind you, if you've got anyone telling me off.
Thank you very much. Although I can't find where I put it. Hang on. Please talk amongst yourselves. Is there anything else in the chat, Steve?
Let's have a look. Yeah. Yeah. Tony Critcher, beautiful photographs. He said on your seal of disapproval. Very good.
Very good, like that.
Yeah, there's lots of thanks and happy Christmases from Mo Jackson, Sarah Henson
Excellent.
Webb.
Well, anyone that's dropping out now, we're nearly finished anyway. But if anyone is dropping out, Merry Christmas and Happy New Year, and we'll
Yeah,
see you
Merry
next
Christmas,
year.
guys. Yeah, we're to be fair, perhaps we'll do the bird sightings next month.
Well, literally, we've got about 5 minutes left. That's it,
Okay,
haven't
cool.
we?
All right,
Yeah.
carry on. Do the
Right.
video.
So very quickly, a 15-second clip of the starling murmuration at Abberton. And again, well done to Julia for getting this. Um, I didn't think to pull out my phone and video it. And what you don't see is that over the period that there were little groups of sort of 20, 30, 40 just joining that group all the time. It was getting bigger and bigger as we were watching, which was fantastic. And then let me just see if I can find where Glenn's other picture is. So I'm sure I did put it where it should be. Hold on one second. Sorry about this. Um, It's disappeared. I'll see if I can download it again. It won't take a second, Steve. So,
Okay.
and then we're going to run through sightings. Do you want to do your sightings while I'm
I was
getting
just
it?
going to say, should I do my sightings
Good
first, and
idea.
then
Yeah.
we're good to go. So this is just for December so far from South Essex. What we got? Vange Marsh, a couple of water pipits. Been good numbers of water pipits in the south of the county. Also, two water pipits at Bowers Marsh, plus hen harrier and two white-fronted geese. West Canvey Marsh has had up to 14 white-fronted geese in the last few weeks. And then just nearby Canvey Point, so I had black-throated diver, Pomeroy skewer, 8 Buick swans flew over earlier in the month. Puffin, which is still a good Essex bird, and little gull early in the month. Wallasey Islands had up to 4 hen harriers and 2 short-eared owls. Plus, I was there during the week, and there were just tens of thousands of plovers and lapwings, and we saw merlin and other bits and bobs. So that's really good. South Essex, East Tilbury, it's had curlew sandpiper, which is normally a wintering bird. And there's been a hen harrier there, and Buick swan flew over earlier in the week. Water pipits again at Blue House Farm. There's been up to 4 water pipits there, plus snow bunting in the last week. As we mentioned, Jan Lewis, the Velvet Scoter has been at Hanningfield. It's been showing quite well, I believe. And then last but not least, Danbury. We spoke about hawfinches last month, and there were 2 that flew over the back warden early in December. So that's pretty much it for me for South
Lovely.
Essex.
I'm going to do the same thing very quickly for the north part of the county. So Palace's Warbler on the first at the Naze, 3 Buicks, and then 5 on the second, both at Abberton. So there's been up to 5 through the month there. Lesser Scaup reported at Abberton on the first. Drake, that again I think is still there, but it's elusive. Red-necked and Slavonian Grebe at Old Hall at the beginning of the month. Black Brant at Mersey, again on the first. The Shorelark at Mersey, obviously, we know about, and that's still there today. Black-necked Grebe, there's been 10 or so, possibly even up to 12 at Abberton. Great Northern Diver at the Naze. There's 5 Hawfinch seen on the 4th at Wivenhoe. Yellow-browed Warbler at the Naze on the 4th. 3 Water Pipit flew over the Naze, I think, on the 6th. Snow Bunting at the Naze on the 7th. Great Northern Diver at Mersey on the 9th. Little Orc at the Naze on the 9th as well, and seen at Holland Haven the next day. And a black-throated diver at Holland Haven also on the 10th. 6 purple sandpipers at Holland Haven reported on the 11th. A ring-necked duck at Abberton on the 11th, which I think was only seen once. So not sure where that is. It's worth scanning all the tufties if you're there. 7 Scaup at Abberton on the 12th, Greater Scaup, and the lesser was still there. 2 black red starts at Brightlingsea on the 14th. A possible eastern yellow wagtail at Hanford Water on the 15th. Saw a picture of that, did look pretty good. Long-tailed duck on the 19th at West Mersey. And finally, today, 2 Great Northern Divers at the Naze and 18 white-fronted geese on Catawade. Long-tailed duck at West Mersey, I haven't seen one for a couple of years, so yeah, look out for that. Good. Right, let's do those last few little pictures quickly. Hold on. Here we go. Right, so this is the Glen picture. Can you see that?
Oh, yeah, nice Buick. Lovely.
One of the Buicks. I'm assuming that's one of the Abberton birds in flight. Very nice. Thanks, Glenn. And then we've got. Oh, hang on a minute. Don't know what that is. Okay, that's gone a bit wrong.
Picture of a dog.
That's my dog, Eddie. That's
You know what? I'm
hold on.
glad it's a picture of a dog, mate, because that could have gone horribly wrong. I don't know where
Right.
your computer, mate. It's nothing to do with me.
I'll tell you what, let me just cut those pictures. I've left them all in one big folder with lots of other stuff. Let me stick them in a new folder very quickly. Here we go.
Oh,
That was
probably
hilarious.
no one watching anyway, so don't worry about it.
Well, exactly. I think everyone's gone to sleep. Right. Okay. So we've seen Glenn's picture of the Buicks, which is great. Thanks, Glenn. Got a few pictures sent in by Jackie Everett. Thank you. So got the Hoopoe. That was over near Sudbury, I think, wasn't it? Housestead way.
Healthy way,
Oh,
yeah.
Birdbrook, there you go. Says at the top of the picture. Oh, that's lovely. That's the meadow pipit. Again, I would imagine that's probably Abberton. I'm not
Probably
sure.
Abberton, yeah,
Yep.
recognise stones.
Blackneck Greaves at Abberton. There you go. You
Yeah,
can count
nice.
some of them there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7,
Nine.
8, 9. The 9 up.
Nine,
Yep.
nine, the golden eye, yep.
The gold eye. Yep. Lovely. Two Buick swans there. Again, those Buicks will be at Abberton. And that was it. That's the picture from Glenn. Oh, no, finally. Gerry sent in the picture of the starling murmuration from our walk at Old Hall Cafe in Southwold with Viking and Zeiss.
Oh, that's nice. Yeah, that was good. Enjoyed
Part
that.
of it. There were so many birds there. There really were,
There were
weren't there?
thousand, yeah.
And I think that's it, unless there's anything else in the chat. We've got a video to
I-
play out with, which I'll play
I
in a
think
second.
a lot of people wishing us happy Christmas. I won't go
Merry
through it
Christmas.
with time's ticking on, but yeah, thanks to everyone that's been watching tonight. And yes, fantastic.
Yep. Merry Christmas to everyone. Merry Christmas to you, Steve.
And to you,
Antoinette.
Nat. Thanks for all
Yep.
your hard work. And Tina, yeah, brilliant.
And to you. Thanks to everyone
Thanks
for
to everyone
everything that they've
watching.
done and for taking part in everything.
Yeah.
And can you see a blank screen?
Yes, I can, mate.
Excellent. So this is a 5-minute video we're going to play out with. We'll say goodbye now. Wish everyone a very Merry Christmas and a happy 2025. Hope you get loads of birds, and we'll see you in the new year.
Brilliant. Yeah, have a good one, everyone, and take it easy and relax and enjoy yourself. Happy Christmas.